Okay, in our last video we did expense calculations as an automated, where it's using the square footage to calculate it up. Let's go ahead and do expense calculations that are not automated. Rather, it's going to use a fixed amount that you can then put in the quantity against that fixed amount. Let's go ahead and create a parent service for this. Manual expense amounts. Again, these are expenses, so we don't need to put in an hourly rate necessarily, but $1. And we'll put in a short description. Items here are direct out of pocket. Okay, go ahead and click on close. Let's go ahead and create our first one. And it's a child service for our manual expense amounts. And let's go ahead and call this one, go ahead and create that. We're going to come down here and we're going to track it via expenses, and we're going to toggle on fixed price service. So we get our TV mounting done. Let's say it's done through Best Buy, which I think is $2.99 last time I had that done. And we'll go down here. We're not going to include that by default. We will allow a manual calculation in, and let's go ahead and say it is taxable. Okay, and we're going to put in a short description. Price per TV mounted for service provided by Best Buy or whoever you use. And go ahead and close that. And then let's go ahead and add another one, another child service, and we will put it into our manual expense amounts. And let's go ahead and call this one movers. Why not? And we'll say movers team of 2. Go ahead and create that. Now this is going to be different than when we had our own team of 2, where we were going to track our own hours against it. So we're going to track this via expenses because we're going to be paying the mover directly, and it's going to be a fixed price. And for a team of 2, let's pretend our mover gives us a team of 2 at $150 per hour. And let's just say they have a minimum of, let's say 2.5 hours. So our minimum cost is $375, and we will not include this by default. Cost of movers, team of 2, and whatever disclaimer you want. Okay, go ahead and hit close there. Let's do one more. Child service, manual expense, and we'll call this one a truck. Actually, let's do dumpster rental 15-yard single load, or actually why don't we say per load. Okay, so we'll go ahead and create that. And let's go down here. We're going to not track via hours, and it's a fixed price. And let's say your 15-yard dumpsters where you're at is $400 per load. And we'll say a minimum quantity of 1. We will not include it by default. And we will put in a short description. Each load of 15 cubic yards, no hazardous waste. Helps if you spell hazardous right. no hazardous waste, tires, all the normal description of what is not allowed in a dumpster. We'll go ahead and close that. Okay, so now we have our manual expense amounts. Again, these parent items are just here to describe what is in here. And let's go back to our practice project. Go to its estimate. We'll add an estimate, and we'll just say expense only manual. Go ahead and create this estimate. Select Lisa as our signer. We don't need to worry about square footage. We'll go ahead and expand on this, and we're going to uncheck these services to take them off. We'll expand. So let's say we're going to do 2 TV mounts, and the movers team of 2, we're going to say that they're going to be there all day. So we'll put in 16 hours. I'm going to shrink this up a little bit so that we can get those hours. There we go. 16 hours. And then let's go ahead and check to include that. Check to include that. Check to include a dumpster. And let's say we think it's going to take two dumpster loads. So $800 there. So now we have our calculated total down here. And when we open up our estimate view and we look at it here, let's go ahead and turn on our quantities, taxes, line item cost. There we go. So now we can see that we have TV mounting at $2.99 a piece, quantity of 2, so total $598. Then we have our movers, cost at $150, 16 hours, $2,400. And our dumpster rental at $400 a load, 2 of them, $800, and our estimate is complete. And that is how you configure your manually calculated out-of-pocket expenses.